shark, bite like a great white. I'm a shark, bite like a great white. I'm a shark, bite like a great white. Gas, no brakes, I'ma take mine. My team looking like we got 6 rings. Back up all the shit, I'm talking all big things. My team looking like we got 6 rings. Back up all the shit, I'm talking all big things. I'm a shark, bite like a great white. I'm a shark, bite like a great white. I'm a shark, bite like a great white. Gas, no brakes, I'ma take mine.
Thanks for joining us again. We're going to be joined now as we talk Land Shark football by Coach Willie Offord, the new defensive coordinator. Coach Offord, of course, played for the Gamecocks and was legendary as a linebacker and safety there, graduated in 2001 and was then played for the Minnesota Vikings for a number of years and now has been in the coaching field for a decade. He moved up here from Florida and brought his son with him as well, a freshman on the team. Coach Offord, welcome and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
I know everybody's curious what differences we can look for schematically in the defense this year as opposed to last year. Are you making big changes in that way?
We're making subtle changes in terms of scheme and just being overall a better disciplined defense. Try not to beat ourselves. Mm-hmm. And so the first few weeks of workouts, we've been dialed in and on the details, the little things, and so it's been a pretty smooth transition for us.
And I know you're coordinating. Is there a position that you're also focused on as well?
Right now, I'm working with the defensive line. I kind of still oversee the other 2 positions on the field as well, but trying to make sure I got my hands on as much as I can early on until the kids can kind of lead, for themselves.
Mm-hmm. How difficult is it for you to make assessments of your personnel when you're not able to, get in pads and actually hit people?
Well, right now, the best thing that I have going for us is we're able to go outside and get on the grass and move around. And I can kind of judge how the kids move in shorts and to determine how well we're going to play when we put the pads on.
Mm-hmm. And I assume you've studied a lot of film from last year to see what the personnel looks like that's coming in. How do you assess the guys you have on defense?
Well, right now we have a lot of young kids, a lot of kids who were on JV last year. We don't have many kids who played extensive football last season. The strongest point for us right now, personnel-wise and playing time-wise, is the linebackers. And everyone else was either a backup or on JV, which is good because we can kind of put our own stamp on things, so to speak. Mm-hmm. We're not worried about 2019. We're worried about 2020. Mm-hmm. And every single day we come to work, we're looking to move forward.
Any individual players standing out to you so far during the summer workouts?
Yeah, a lot of the kids, a ton of kids have shown tremendous growth, but Rhett Powell has just shown great leadership throughout the summer. Mm-hmm. He's getting better in terms of understanding what it takes to be the middle linebacker of the defense. And every day I see him mature and grow, and that's great. Mm-hmm. He's a starter from last season, started 8 games, and we're looking for big things from that position this season.
How about on the defensive line?
Timmy Chastain has shown tremendous growth from the last 6 weeks or so. His brother Miles played good football for us last season, and I think Timmy, by the end of his career, he'd probably have a more dominant of a career than Miles did the last few seasons. He's shown a lot of growth from a mental standpoint, more so than a physical standpoint.
Well, that's a pretty impressive comparison there, because Miles was quite a player.
Yeah, he's a really, really good player.
Another guy you're really going to miss on defense, I know, is Joey Ballston. Anybody out there that you think might be able to fill his shoes?
Well, we're just going to have to kind of wait and see. When we put the film on, when you're talking about really solid, good football players up front, we have kids who were, on the junior varsity last season. So once we start put the pads on here in a few weeks and get the kids acclimated to what we're trying to do from an intangible standpoint, then we'll start seeing the kids who are going to be dominant for us start to emerge.
Mm-hmm. I know your son is a freshman on the team. He looks like he might get some time at defensive back along with Rico Harrell. That's two new faces, real fast guys as I understand it.
Yeah, great talent. Both of those guys are similar in stature. Rico is probably a lot faster overall speed than Xavier does right now as a freshman. But I think with their talent and their abilities and what they can do athletically, I think the cornerback spots will be pretty solid. Xavier doesn't have varsity experience, but at this day and age, we put him in the fire and let him go. We let him cook slow.
Yeah. Well, good. Is from a defensive philosophy standpoint, stop the run first? Is that what your focus?
Yeah,
would be?
we any defense, in my opinion, any defense has to take pride in stopping the run. If you don't stop the run, you're gonna find yourself in some pretty difficult situations. Mm-hmm. So first and foremost, stop the run. Force teams into throwing the football, and hopefully we don't run into a Tom Brady type of quarterback, and I think we'll be fine.
I know you've probably looked at some film from last year of some of the teams that will be playing this year. Any offensives give you nightmares?
Yeah, we have a kind of a different schedule, but we'll play hand-in-hand. And Art Craig ran the triple option from Timberland, so that's always a struggle,
yeah.
Facing a triple option type of attack.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't see it as much as you see some of the spread or pro concepts. So that's one game that's definitely going to be a tough week for us in terms of stopping that option attack.
Coach Willie Offord, welcome to Mount Pleasant and the Land Sharks. We're glad to have you, and good luck this season. Hopefully we'll get a chance to talk again before it's all over.
All right, thanks. I'm sure anytime I'm ready.
All right.
All right.
I'm a shark, bite like a great white. I'm a shark, bite like a great white. I'm a shark, bite like a great white. Gas, no brakes, I'ma take mine. My team looking like we got 6 rings. Back up all the shit, I'm talking all big things. My team looking like we got 6 rings. Back up all the shit, talking all big things. I'm a shark, bite like a great white. I'm a shark, bite like a great white. I'm a shark, bite like a great white. Gas, no brakes, I'ma take mine.